All right, I'm back. I decided to take a little break because I've got two more channels that I'm making videos on. The one I wasn't making videos on for a while, and then someone said they like listening to them. And I'm like, okay, I got one person that likes to listen to those videos. So I'm making videos there. But today, I just want to talk about like regretting the past, anxiety about the future, and everybody deals with this. Even say trauma that happened in the past. I had a lot of childhood trauma due to the parents' mindset, attitude, the way they controlled me. I was pretty much under house arrest my entire young life. Even when I did finally get a car, which was at 18 years of age, I wasn't allowed to be out past, I think it was like 10 o'clock. I think maybe I had to be home by 10 o'clock. But yeah, so I could go out and go to movies, which is what I did. But yes, all of that, plus I was picked on really bad in school. Now, I did get in fights in school. But all of this conditioning, oh, and religion. I am nothing for any organized religion. I don't care if you're a Christian, whatever, Muslim, whatever, and you start going, well, this, that. I don't care. I got no respect for it. And I pretty much don't have any respect for you. Because I think if you're, you know, adhere to something because you feel like it makes you moral and you have like the moral high ground to but now of course with Christianity it's a lot of you're a bad person, you're a sinner, and they break you down that way, and if you don't do this or make this right decision right, you're going to go to a hell and you're going to burn forever, which is great if you can try to scare people. And that's how I got saved when I was 12 because they had a movie out back then called Thief in the Night, and it showed the end times and all the Christians being rounded up and killed and stuff like that. So I got scared, and then I got saved, which I didn't get saved. That there is no such thing as that. But nevertheless, getting over. I mean, the conditioning that I went through in my childhood just really messed me up to where I felt that there was nothing. I didn't have any direction. Making decisions was really difficult because I had a father that would do it for me. From little on, he'd move me here, there, and everywhere. And I grew up confused. Plus, when you pray, you have this uh you're praying and you're asking God, can I do this, or is this good? Could I go here? And you really don't get any answer. And then even if you do try it and you fail, you realize, well, okay, okay, I failed and I'm not allowed to do that. Uh, and then I look at other Christians and I think, well, they're uh, they seem to be succeeding at stuff. So I guess God favors them and he don't favor me because I grew up with that. I'm worthless. I'm nothing. I'm never going to be anything. So I did get into substance abuse. I had a porn addiction, which I don't have anymore. I do like drinking beer, but it's compared to back then. You know, it's night and day. I can control it better. Yeah, excuse me. And one of the reasons I can control it better is because when I finally deconverted from Christianity and I realized that I'm the only one that's going to save me, that kind of put the power back in my hands to where it should have been, and it was anyway. So, but living in the past, whether you're controlled by the conditioning that you're under, or you're looking back at what you've done and you realize you wasted your whole life. I'm 58. I only started to work on myself when I was 52. If you're young, man, get your head out of your ass. Start working on yourself now. It's going to be the best thing. Okay? Don't live in that. Yeah, it bothers you and it ain't going to be perfect. You're not going to be, all of a sudden completely free of it because I still do have problems. Like I said, I had problems most of my life making decisions because of how I viewed myself. It's like when I tried to make decisions, a wall would come down. Okay, it's like in a movie when you're trying to escape the ship or like the spaceship. You want to get out because it's going to blow up, and the doors come down, and you're trapped. And it's like I got nowhere to go. That's how it would be with me. I had nowhere to go, so I didn't go anywhere except down. But here's the thing: I instead of moving up because I believed because of my attitude and because of how I felt about myself, moving up wasn't what I would do. I would move down. And it never occurred to me that if I'm able to move down, I can move up. And it was because it was always easier to move down. And I didn't realize that I was doing it because it was easier to move down than up. Moving up is hard, okay? You're eventually your breathing's gonna become harder, your legs are gonna hurt, maybe your back's gonna hurt. But that peak right there is your goal, and you want to reach that peak. So if you start working up and then you go back down, now you have further to go. The Chinese proverb, a 1,000-mile journey starts with the first step. And once you start with that first step, now you have less than 1,000 miles. If you go back home, well, maybe now you have 1,560 and 63 miles. Yeah. And you walk that 563 miles or whatever. So your regrets, uh, your past failures. uh, Another thing, anxiety about the future. And yeah, I'm on an affiliate marketing journey. I don't know what's going to happen. And I think about the future and I'm going, boy, I hope I reach that. I hope I get to this point because I have this goal. And you get some anxiety. Now, like I said, I did take a week off because I needed a week off. And I don't know how things are going to go because now we're going back on 50-hour weeks. And I got to bust my ass at work. Plus, my hobby is weightlifting. So, and I put that on video. I have a YouTube channel, Dave's Home Gym. So I have to videotape that and do the work and put it on video and then upload it and all that stuff. So I got that too. But you know, your regrets, your conditioning, your trauma and anxiety about the future should be challenges to overcome. Okay. And like I said, I only started my introspection into my life started when I was 49. And that took 3 years until I finally decided to move forward because, well, you know, I can't do it and I'm broken and, I don't like the life I have. Some parts, yes, but other parts I don't like. And that's just how I'm supposed to go because after all, like I said, with my Christianity, and I know Christians are going to go, well, blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. And I already told you in the beginning of the video, I don't really have much respect for you or your religion. So don't even try because, I've been doing research into that and it comes up. It's like in that one passage in the Bible where You have been found wanting. Yeah, the Christianity, there's a lot of wanting there. But anyway, you know, now I'm moving forward and it ain't easy. That wall still comes down on me to where it's like, well, you can't go anywhere and all that. Okay, yesterday I was thinking of doing it. Now I put two videos out, one for the home gym channel and one for my other debunking Christianity channel. But I didn't put it out for this because it's like the wall just came down and I was like, yeah, I don't really feel like doing it. What's the point? So when I woke up this morning, I was kind of thinking about it. I thought, what's the point? Just do it. All right? Just put it out there. And that's what you got to do. It's going to that conditioning, the trauma, the regrets of the past, anxiety of the future is going to be there, but you just got to push through. You got to walk. You just got to keep walking forward. That's what I'm doing, you know? And it ain't easy. And the good things are not easy. Okay? Nowadays, I think they have like cough medicine. It's more palatable. Where in the past, when I was growing up, they give you a crap that would just almost, I mean, God, it's like, it was homemade stuff. You go to the doctor and they make stuff and they give it to you and it'd be like, ugh. It's like, ugh, what are you trying to do? Kill me? And then the next day you wouldn't have a cold. Yeah. So that's what you got to do. You got to look at it like I'm moving forward and I'm going to continue to move forward. And yes, I may have to deviate on the way like this. I don't know if this here is going to pay off. I will have a call. I have a call to action. I have a affiliate marketing course that I am part of, a system that I am part of, and I am promoting it here on YouTube on this channel, along with the motivational stuff. And I'm going to put a link in the description. It's, if you want to learn how to set up a system with 14 different income streams, click that link. But now I lost my train of thought. I went off on another tangent and boom. But yeah, you just got to move forward. Okay. Put one foot in front of the other, grit your teeth. If you got a sick feeling in your stomach, if you have doubt, just move forward and figure out what's going to work. Yesterday, I went on a meetup on Google. Uh, is it called Google Meetup or something like that? But anyway, I went on there the first time. And that wasn't easy because I don't know if I really can't put my finger on why I don't want to go on there and on a group call. I don't know what it is. I was thinking about that yesterday and I thought, why don't I want to? Why do I get this kind of anxiety about doing that? I think maybe one of the reasons is all through my life, I would always ask the wrong people. I don't really like my job. Well, you have a good job and blah blah blah. And right there, I actually think, well, that's God telling me I should just stay where I'm supposed to stay. Or the one time I said something to a preacher and he said, well, maybe you ought to get a job at Home Depot. It's like, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I went through my life asking the wrong people questions, asking them, and that's the thing that there can really destroy you. That can slay you. That can break your willpower. And I think that's the reason. I always fear having negativity come back to me. But when I was on that call yesterday, I liked it, and I've seen these calls before. Now, you know, depending on who you get, you're going to get the wrong guy. Okay. We all know, if you know who Wes Watson is, well, now he got arrested because of his attitude. Well, he's the type of guy, and was the type of guy that, his students, he would just berate them and call them names and all kind of crap. And they'd be paying $10,000 or whatever to have him coach them, which I think is completely crazy. I mean, if I ever get to a point where I can coach people, I, what am I worth? Am I worth $10,000? Wouldn't $500 be, good too? I mean, the price we put on our advice, some people put on their advice, is just astronomically crap. Well, my advice is worth $20,000. Well, I'm giving the same advice for 500, and people are succeeding. Yeah, but it's the right advice, and there are people online. John Sonmez, Bulldog Mindset. Chad Lisenby, I had already talked about him. He has a channel. I love the advice that they give. Okay, and it's not in some sure, they can be firm in telling you, you're the problem. It isn't, sure, those people may have an attitude, but your attitude is just as bad as those people. Okay. So getting the right advice from the right people. And with the internet, you can search that out and find the right people. If the people in your family group and your friend group and the fellow employees or whatever are just giving you, well, you ought to just do what we're doing or what they're doing, and that ain't working, go online, go on YouTube and look up people. Like I said, check him out, John Sonmez. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put the links to their channels. Now, I don't think John does a lot of, I don't know what he does on YouTube anymore. He used to, but he does have an archive, and I'll find that and I'll put that link in the description. But anyway, that's pretty much it. It's 17 going on 18 minutes here. I never expected to talk this long. I mean, and that's the thing. I just turn it on and I start rapping. I don't have a script in front of me. I have a little bit of notes, but uh, and like I said before, maybe the best thing you can do is just start a YouTube channel and just start talking about you, what you're going through, what you went through, what you want in life. So, and the one subscriber, I saw a comment. I guess you are the subscriber. I don't know. uh, yeah, it's going to be low key and authentic because it's about me. And I don't, unless you're being a real jerk, like, I'm not even gonna, if you're a jerk, I'm not even gonna respond to you. I got a guy on my other channel that is just constantly one sentence, and it's negative. You should be doing this. Looking at my clothes and going, your clothes smell. You ought to wash them, which he has no clue that I'm wearing a clean shirt or I'm wearing that's another thing. You may stop. I talked about people worrying about what people think. Now, that guy keeps trying to, these one sentence comments, you should do this, you should do that. You're not doing this right. Your clothes probably smell. And it is irritating to a point, but it's also, I look at a person like that as mentally ill. There's something wrong with him. And I've got to deal with a guy at work that has mental illness. Plus, he fried his brain on drugs, and his whole life has been just him being a ornery uh, kind of person that just loves picking with people, constantly, you know, with that attitude. That there can destroy people, and they can just, well, what's it worth, you know? And Uh, but yeah, getting back to the point, you know, trauma, past regrets, anxiety of the future, dealing with people that are not positive. They think they're positive, but they're not. They're negative. It can all be very overwhelming, and it can all feel like they're just breaking you down and that nothing's going to work because it ain't working for them. Well, most of them ain't doing shit. Most of them are scratching off. Boy, I hope I make $1 million. I mean, really? That ain't work, you know? But anyway, I'm starting to, lose interest in making this video. So that's it. I hope it helps. And like I said, I will put a link in the description for Funnel Freedom and Funnel Freedom system. And if you're interested in an affiliate marketing course, it'll teach you how to set up those 14 income streams. Click on that link. And I'm also going to put John Sonmez's YouTube channel link in the description. So that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow.